Hello, VOD viewers. The stream's gone down once or twice. I'm hoping it was a fluke. But, wait, studio mode. We're going for that smooth fade. Oh, there's nothing on screen. There we go. Yeah, if the stream goes down again, I might have to keep explaining myself. I'm not sure. Ooh. The other day I went to go buy a TV stand, and so I had to, on Gumtree, and I had to root around and disconnect everything, and the internet's been having a bit of a party, so... I'm also going to try a new strategy wherein I post about the stream as I go live. Rather than before. But we'll see. I hope it doesn't send too many people a bunch of emails. I don't want to be spamming inboxes. Oh, sorry, that was me. I forget my my break reminder does a big ping noise. Let me enable sounds. Disabled. Okay. I was tinkering around with some mic settings. Hello, hello. Which hopefully, yeah. I don't know. I was talking about how maybe people liked the Star Trek hum. But I'm hoping now. Let me just turn the birds down. I was going to bring in some garden path music this time. Forgo the jazz. And I'm very sorry, but last stream I had titled as Thursday, a Thursday stream, and I only realise now. It's one of the most embarrassing things. One of the most embarrassing moments of my life. I did, in 2019, I posted a Throwback Thursday on a Wednesday. That was pretty bad. This could be worse. I don't know. Time will tell. But yeah, just working through some winter update bits. Oh, that's me as well. Every time I think I've muted all the tabs, there's always one. We haven't bought something in Gumtree in a while. I forget how much. There's a lot of it relies a lot on communication, more so than I think what we're used to in modern life. I don't know, it just feels weird. Like there's a big, it's one of those things like, what did they do in the 80s? You know, like you'd be like, oh, we'll meet at the pub. We'll meet at the cafe on Thursday. 3 p.m. or whatever. And then you just hope they were there. And then with Gumtree, like I could just not show up and they'd have no idea who I was. And so it's just sort of, you just sort of, well, at least I do. I end up just sort of reassuring them that I will be there. Trying to sort of drop hints that I'm a good guy. I intend to pay. And everything went smoothly. And that is one of my guilty pleasures in life, I think. It's getting a new bit of furniture, getting the old one out, rearranging everything around the new bit of furniture. Tickles a bit of your brain. But yeah, we're still up, so maybe my internet is coping. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what's different. I just unplugged everything and plugged it all back in. Hi Mumsy, how's it going? How does it feel to be the debut chat message? It's annoying me that Restream has the newer messages on the top, but maybe that's standard. Because when I read it, it's the other way around. But, I don't know. Maybe it's all okay. Maybe we're all going to be okay. Feeling fancy. So I'm playing the games music and I forget how sad some of them are. But we'll go for that today. Yeah, I decided to forego the jazz. I was listening back and maybe some of it is a little bit too doodly doop doop diddly doop doop doop, you know? Off for Thanksgiving here. When is Thanksgiving? Is it a week? It's a weekend thing, I'm guessing. Oh, we're browsing. Oh, it is today. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Is everyone going to be instead of watching? They're going to be with their families, are they, instead of watching me? Or maybe it's the other way around. Yeah, maybe people will have the time. But it's all good. Through the weekend, that's nice. Apparently there's a growing number of people celebrating Thanksgiving in the UK, which I think is funny because of the history of it all. Watching the parade and making bread. There's already a parade going on? I'm never too sure what time it is over the way when I start streaming. I always assume it's quite bright and early. Oh, Waterfox still up. What is that? We're looking at root vegetables. What kind of bread are you making? Desperately need to get back into baking bread. Told myself I'll do ciabattas. Something no need, something easy. Whenever I make like ciabattas, just like no need. I always forget how easy. Actually, no, ciabattas aren't too easy because it's a high hydration. I was watching a Claire Saffitz video. And I sort of convinced myself I would make it. Was it Thanksgiving Z? Oh, it might have been this pecan pie. Ooh. I can't remember if I decided these were... Oh, I had one of these. I watched the video and then somehow I actually came in... When was this? 2 months ago? September. Yeah, that adds up. And then I went to a bakery and they were actually selling them. And it wasn't very good, so I don't know if I just had a different idea. Sorry, I skipped past that. Macy's Thanksgiving starts 8:30. Making some dinner rolls. Ooh. I feel like dinner rolls just aren't a thing in the UK. Like, we have bread on the table, but the idea of, like, a dinner roll. Yeah, I guess these are like croissants, but baked kind of like a... I forget how you say it. Kuhn? I don't know. I'm not going to attempt it. But yeah, I kind of what was wrong with the ones I got. Maybe they were too dry. I'm not sure. Pecan pie, one of your favourites? Done pecan pie once or twice. Like it used to be a classic, classic pudding we'd have in the UK. At least my parents would buy. I grew up definitely eating pecan pie, but I think it was always kind of seen as a sort of a slightly exotic American thing. Yeah, not much to go wrong in a pecan pie. Not much to dislike. Although I think, isn't the thing with Thanksgiving that everything is just swimming in butter? And I used to read these recipes and think, well, they would always be calling for sticks of butter, and I didn't realise until recently that an American stick is a lot smaller than a UK stick or a European stick. I'm looking at all this butter and I can't decide how big any of them are. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a UK... Oh, wait, it's in a box? I thought that was a... That looks kind of like a... Oh, that's... Oh, 4 sticks of butter, it says there. So you get a box with 4 sticks in it. So, maybe a stick is 4 times as small. I'm not sure. I could probably Google this quite easy if I went like stick of butter in grams. 113, and then in the UK I think our blocks of butter are 400 and something, so that adds up. If I did like Tesco butter, oh no, 250, so maybe it's half. Oh, 250, so it's half, just under half. That's yeah, you can make anything taste good with a lot of butter, turns out. making homemade cranberry sauce, some sausage dressing, a potato. I really like the vibe of Thanksgiving, that it's kind of like there isn't this, like I think you do turkey, right, but then everything else is kind of like I feel like there's a bit more freestyle to it, whereas Christmas is more traditional. I'm probably just stating the obvious, but I was watching a Kenji video. Sorry, this is all just me watching my cooking YouTube channels in the morning. I couldn't believe the amount of butter he added. Trying to think when he gets this going. I feel like he drops a whole thing of butter in there. Unless it's like the very first thing he does. Anyway, point being, a lot of butter. But hey, if it's the season. Depends on the family. We have some pretty set staples in our family for Thanksgiving. And I started the tradition of a more charcuterie and finger foods for Christmas. Yeah, charcuterie is definitely a... I used to be in charge of the charcuterie board for our Christmas Eve parties. Arranging various foods. Being told I had an eye for it. That was my... But I haven't done that in a while. I like how you can, well, I'd be given good stuff, to be fair. My dad knew what to put on a charcuterie board, stuff like figs and olives and pea shoots, amongst the meats and cheeses and things. But yeah, I still struggle to get my head around the sort of the American way of like having this big meal for Thanksgiving, and then just barely a month later, you basically do it all again. I feel like we should all just... I feel like Christmas comes around too quickly, but then it would only take... Delaying it to January would only make it take that long. Between the next Christmas, and then it would take another 365 days. So, but I do feel like it's, at least in the UK, it's not quite cold enough for Christmas. I don't know if other countries experience that as well, but I feel like a January celebration. Maybe we just need to just rally around New Year's. Like we've had some pretty mild crimbos in the UK. Definitely didn't feel cold enough for bonfire night this year. Bonfire night, yeah, I feel like the last few bonfire nights. Hi, babe, by the way, welcome in. Yeah, the last few have been quite warm. I remember at uni, maybe longer ago than that. When was I in uni? 2017 it could have been. No, I graduated then, so 2016. God, years are escaping. I remember being bitterly cold. I remember everyone could barely stay out for the day, for the night. We were like, can we go home now? Watching the fireworks on the Clifton Suspension Bridge. It's finally just turned cold here. It's been so warm. We had a weird hot spell the other day, the last week. And I think it's coming. I think we're getting a bit more. But with the UK, there's all kinds of different winds coming from all kinds of weird directions. So I don't know why people always act surprised. Childhood memory of coming home with firework delays and frozen feet. As a kid, I feel like as a kid I just didn't really acknowledge temperature that much. I just don't really remember being cold as a kid, which is probably a good thing. I remember my bedroom being cold. I've always wondered how cold my bedroom is, because now I keep like a thermometer. You know when you can like see your breath in your own, but I used to live up in the attic. I remember being, oh, are we DCing? We're on our way back. Let me know when you can hear me again. I think we dropped. Did I freeze? Hello, hello? I'm going to wave and then see if it... waiting for myself to wave. You can hear me. Cool. Single glazed windows, single all radiators. Yeah, I think when I started early on, was I just like inventing that? Was I just sat there pretending I went down? I'll check next time. But yeah, we had single glazing when I was growing up. I remember getting double glazing installed when I was a kid. I remember very much being aware of temperature into sixth form, because I used to have to walk 30-40 minutes to school, and it could be very cold. Yeah, I always think of the most nostalgic thing for me is when your like nose stings. When you walk in, I've got kind of a fondness of that. I feel like it's one of those really visceral things you experience as a child. When you walk into somewhere warm. After strolling around in the cold. I don't know if physical sensations can be nostalgic necessarily, but that one always counts for me. Oh yeah, the mornings when you can taste the cold. And I always think it's funny. I wonder what you could. But there's that when you're going between like spring, when you know spring and autumn, those transitory seasons, and I feel like in the spring you get that moment where you can smell summer for like the first time. Like you open a window and there's just something in the air that makes you go, oh yeah, there's the smell of warm air. I'm just looking, actually I need to just detail that neck bit a bit more. But then the same, just hit myself, the same with the winter. You can really smell the cold air. I don't know if it is just the sensation of the cold on your nose or something, and then you just perceive it as a smell. Yeah, you kind of forget what it smells like in the right, you know. But then do you ever I feel like in the summer I just think, in the summer I can't believe winter is real. Like I'd always try and think, you know, when you're like sweltering and you're like, can't even remember a time you were cold. Like I feel like we mentally shift so quickly. Strong memories from my great grandmother's house is the absolute blistering heat from a wood stove. That's kind of a thing. People growing up with sort of one central heat source is kind of a lost factor. We have quite well distributed heating in our houses these days, to state the obvious. I just got to open my data file and remind myself what this is called, this jumper. Hi Patricia, how's it going? Welcome in. Just talking about the cold, cold weather. She kept it so hot because she'd leave the windows cracked for a little bird to come in. Oh, really? The most twee thing I think I've ever heard. But I'm trying to do the thing where I like air the house out, like do a max, you know. I quite like this time of year because everything's so dry, like all the moisture just falls out of the air and you can just like swing the windows open, cold air in, heat that cold air up, you get nice, everything's nice and dry. And then it just gets warm and musty, which I think is what happens when it gets stormy. Stormy weather over here. Oh, maybe it's what we just had. Is it Storm Bert? Or is it no? Hang on. They were talking about like I met. I thought this was really funny. I woke up this morning. I don't. Is this what I'm subscribed to? Maybe it's just UK weather. What's my? Hang on. I've got like an RSS feed for like the Met Office. Met Office news feed. Just news. Okay, hang on. This is it. Storm Bert named. New warnings ahead of Storm Bert. Warnings in place for Storm Bert. Storm Bert pulls away. Storm Conal named by the Dutch. So I don't know. It's over in that spot. So maybe I don't know if I didn't know different countries all had the same name for the same storm, which I guess makes sense. I'm not even sure how to say that. Conal. What is this video? Storm Conal has been named. Here we go. It's coming in. This is where I live. But apparently it's a lot of rainfall, which is crazy because we had severe floodings just last week. So the fact we're going to get more. Oh, wind gusts. I used to learn what these arrows meant. Sorry, I used to know. Here we go. Wind gusts. So is that low wind? I feel like there's none of that data there. They've got all these colours, but I'm not seeing them. Unless that's here. Oh, so low wind. Okay, I think. It's only just barely breaking above 50 there. Don't know if anyone else is into named storms. Maybe that's just me. Which has apparently only been a thing a while. I think I maybe mentioned it last stream. That anxiety over storms is increasing, but I think they named them so that people are when you give something a name, people take things more seriously. They attach a personality to it, so it makes people more anxious, but it also maybe saves lives because people take it more seriously. I think that was kind of the conclusion of what I was reading. So I've got this same jumper asset. I'm trying to remember what I called it. Sweater bulky, that's it. When you're talking about the bear from IKEA, you should check my pet. Oh, I thought I did see it. Oh, I didn't register that. He's just cut off in the thumbnails. I didn't realise it was. I thought it was like a chair or something. Were you in chat when we were talking about it? I didn't know you owned one. I wonder if there's a high overlap of Garden Path Discord folk and people who own. I'm not sure how to say it actually. Jungle, like Jungle Scrog. It's got to be right. Jungle Scrog. Okay, what does it mean? Do you know what it means? No idea, he's very soft. I'd get in so much trouble if I brought one of those back with me, I think. I'm not even sure, it literally wouldn't fit in my house. It would take up a quarter of my house. My house is like the smallest. It was like built for like railway workers who are probably working on slave labor. It's like, and I think it's in a terrace of houses, and it's the one on the end just before an industrial building. And it's the absolute smallest possible in the entire row of about 60 houses. So I think it's probably not the smallest house in the UK, but I think it's one of them. So it wasn't. I don't think in 1890 they were thinking about accommodating jungle skog, unfortunately. But similarly now, we're building houses for potentially even larger, soft toys. It means jungle. There's not many bears in the jungle. Could I just, if I just is this gonna work? Jungle forest. I wonder why they called him that. Maybe he's so big you just sort of get lost in him. You know, like you need a machete to get through all that cozy vibes. He's just so engulfing. Trying to remember my naming conventions while talking about jungle skog. And what was the name of the shark? Now trying to imagine how the cats would react to a normal soft toy. Do cats react to anything? Maybe just my brother's cat only seems to react to cardboard boxes. Everything else doesn't bother them. 50-50 chance my dog would either be scared or super happy with it. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together that the jungle skog was the present. I'm so sorry. I'm so airheaded today. It looks appreciative. He's really scared for almost anything. Bless. I know very little about. Ooh, that almost came out. I know very little about like dog behavior. Are dogs sort of aware that something is theirs? Like quickly, can you be like, "This is yours," and they go, "This is something I have the right to." I don't know. I'm sure they figure that out over time. Just getting the jumpers knows exactly what his toys are. That's sweet. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to mute the game. It's like all of the test items loading in at once. Yeah, I was playing with. I mentioned in last stream I had to go feed my brother's cat, and part of that is like enrichment or whatever you're meant to do. So I was like dangling. I think its favourite toy is just a piece of string. But I don't know if it's just getting old for it or something. But I would dangle the string and it would play with it for about 3 seconds, and then just look me dead in the eyes and sort of realize the illusion. And then walk away. Like he just realised he was too old for it. I could just see it in his eyes, like he was like, "Come on, Louis, what are we doing? What are we doing? We both know it's a bit of string. We both know it's not a mouse. What are we doing?" And I could never tell him. Tell her. If only I could let the cats know. But you can't hug every cat. It's basic physics. Oh, I need to ignore my horrendous testing scripts. Oh, Vase posted their cat. I wish I knew more about. I could like identify the kind of cat. I'm such like a non-pet person. I never grew up with any pets. Not every cat wants to be hugged. No, my brother's cat certainly doesn't. I think I've said this before, but his cat likes to, when we're watching TV, it'll sit by the cat flap looking out, and it will punch the cat flap to scare other cats away. Which is just such a gangster move. A Moggy, medium hair, no particular descent. I feel like it's got kind of a she's got kind of like a lynxy, like the ears are a little bit lynxy, if you know what I mean. They got that kind of cool pointy thing going on. This jumper is way too wide. Is that cool though? I don't know. No, that looks ridiculous. What do you think? I don't think I could live without a pet. With all kinds of pets. I had a hamster very briefly, which I think was designed to teach me about death. Because that's kind of... I think it lived like 2 years and then... I mean, I don't know how long. I think they lived 3 years maybe. But apparently you're meant to do that with pets, right? I remember burying it in the rain. And I had a little eulogy written out. Oh dear. It's too wide. I'm calling it. It's too wide. Gary said, "Great Thanksgiving dinner." Oh, too many sticks of butter with that one. I don't want to reduce it too much. It's meant to be like a... In my head, it's kind of like an ugly brown sweater from the 80s that your dad might own. One's dad might own. Lots of pets. Cats, dogs, parakeet, mice, fish, potbelly pig. I think my partner really likes pigs. I think if I ever... if we ever come into ownership of land, then I would keep pigs. I don't know how realistic that would ever be, but I don't know how much land a pig needs. Probably more than chickens. Oh, where everything oversized can relate. Yeah, like the kind of thing you'd... Oh, sorry, I'm leaving it. Oh, I need to get better at minimizing my windows. Just exporting out the... I'm just going to test the width first, and then... feature as needs be. Oh no, now I've got the weather back up. There we go. I know I'd be up for a cat. I feel like I could do a cat, but then it's the holidays is the only thing. I'm sure I could figure it out, but my partner's less keen on, even less of a pet person than I am. That's okay, I think that's a good width. Like I still want it bulky, but in fact I might hide the neck for this. Boarding catteries. I know some people. Yeah, because well, I cat sit for my brother's cats. But it can be quite expensive otherwise. At least in Bristol. I've always wondered about doing it myself. Just give me a bit of fresh air and I could earn like a £5 or something. Just pop to someone's house, give a cat some food. I think it costs a lot more than that. It could be like 25. I can't remember. Isn't there a website where you can look at like cat sitting prices? Cat in a flat. One visit. Okay, so 10 is like the... I don't know if you can go lower than 10. I suppose it's not too bad. But like if you're out for a week, then it's like 70 quid or something. But I could undercut all these people. Unless you think 10 a day is the minimum. I wonder if you could like really min-max it. Charge like £1, but then... I don't know. Figure out the route perfectly. £21 per day stay, but covers both of them. I just know some people... yeah, some cats don't do so well with catteries, I've heard. But if they do, then happy days. Mum's last cat used to get very car sick. Car sick, interesting. How far were you driving? "30-minute drive, oh, that counts then, yeah." I could see a cat not enjoying that too much. We space things out a lot in Norfolk. Oh, can you guys still see me? I just control. What did I do? I just window L'd, locked my computer. I don't know if it went black briefly, or if everything's okay. God, I'm not doing well with the stream today, am I? Oh, right, okay. Why did I think Norfolk was... I need to get better with my my UK geography. Forgot the hermit crabs. A hermit crab? Do you have them like in water? You must do, right? Or is it like a setup where they can... Do they ever come out the water? Can't say I know too much about hermit crabs. My plan... Oh, I just did it again. What does it do? Does it go black? I just looked at... Doesn't matter. Oh, I might be able to catch it on... Oh, the stream's really behind. Maybe that's because my... So I'm sorry if I respond to your messages a bit slow. My plan... I forget what they're called. Tortoise... Why am I... Oh my god, I'm map searching Russian tortoise. It's not my day today. Are they... Okay, just straight up Russian tortoise. You can get these guys for like really cheap because they live for like 200 years or something. And people get the whole setup. And then their life circumstance changes and they've got to get rid of it all. But yeah, like I said, my house is way too small for one at the moment. But I can't remember where I saw it. Is it on Gumtree? I searched tortoise. Can you sell reptiles on... Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's a book. Tortoise. There you go. You get the tortoise and the table for 170. That looks cute. Look at that. Hi, howdy. How's it going? Welcome in. Just let everyone know again that I picked up a new TV stand from Gumtree yesterday and unplugged all of my internet to get to install everything. So my internet's been dying randomly. So if the stream does conk out, no, that's why. I think we're doing good. I kind of squished it, so... How aligned? Oh, they're pretty aligned, actually. A little bit less there. But there is something to do with the perspective in that. Okay, that should be fine. Don't want to spend too long on this. The outfits are for hoping to... Well, I was talking to the team the other day. Because the Switch patch is taking an unusually long time. And the game might just be at the back of a Christmassy queue, unfortunately. So, hoping we can get a winter update out, but we're kind of planning... We're sort of come up with plan Bs in case. But yeah, it's for the wintry update. Because there's a bunch of jumpers I've had in the system files, the database. Don't know what you call it really. The list of items. Because this was ages ago now, but I had to like do all of the writing for the game. They were like, we need the final text document for all the text in the game by, I mean, it was years ago now. And so I basically like, you know, tried to future-proof myself to some point as well, because I wasn't sure what I was actually going to get into 1.0. And so there's a lot of items that are translated, but I just haven't added. But yeah, it was very, very stressful, sort of having the game being half finished and then being told, but you need to have all the text done, because when, you know, well, we thought the game was going to release earlier, as per, but then also, you know, you got to give all the translators time to do their magic. Right, hoping. I quite like to do like snow on the trees for the winter. I think that could be a nice. Oh, we're down. I'm gonna check the stream. Are we live? I'm gonna wave. I don't know what happens when I go down. Everything goes dark and then I start entering a new dimension. And then I come back and I'm streaming again. I don't know, I'm going to have to... Maybe I just need to restart my router. Sorry about that, guys. Blame the my new Oak TV stand. Do you know anything after submitting the update, or is it just good luck? I can't say anything really, unfortunately. I don't know what I can and can't say, so I better just not say anything. It's not very interesting at all, but all I can say is that I don't know. Julie can see me, thank you. Do I go... Can you still hear me, or do I just go... still? Doesn't matter. As long as we're still alive. Okay, happy with this jumper. You didn't go down from this end. Am I going crazy? I can see the little icon. We can't hear you. Can? Oh. You know, you're really playing me there, Howdy. I was like, we were going layers deep there. I was thinking Howdy's in some other plane of experience. Okay. Got more jumpers to draw. I don't know if the stream went down when I was saying I'd quite like to do snow on trees. Basically, pause for a second, we could still hear you. Okay, good to know, good to know. I'll keep talking then. I'll keep talking if it does go down. My chat thing, I get a big spinny wheel. That's when I start panicking. Okay. Pine tree. Let's look at the pine. Pine mature. America is basically another plane. I always wonder if we didn't speak the same America. Something's wrong with me today. If we spoke a different language to Americans, if it would seem just as surreal as like Russia or something in the UK. I think it's quite funny how big an overlap of culture there is. Language is such an interesting barrier. Pine mature foliage. Oh, that can't be right. Can it? Pine trees don't look like that. But then it's taking the... Love your text, is it all hand painted? You know, that's a question that the team always asks me, and I'm always hesitant to say. It's hand painted in that I use my hand, but I'm not like... I'm always hesitant to say things like hand drawn, because I think to me it implies I'm like scanning traditional media in, which I'm not doing. I'm doing everything in Krita. Oops, that's turtles again. But I hope that answers your question. Let me just test pine trees. Digitally hand drawn. Because like, you know, if I used a mouse and drew something with the mouse, is that hand drawn? Oh, sorry. Just unmuted itself. I must have Control Z accidentally. I don't know how loud it is for you guys when it does all the little popping noises, but better be on the ear on the side of caution. Okay, pine tree looking good. Am I going crazy? Should have specified I meant digitally drawn. Some kind of shader mixed in. I do. I have like one. I have like I do layer over a texture file, which I think just gives everything a little bit more sort of crunchiness. But I try and keep it subtle because, you know, I don't want to lean on it too much. But the game didn't have it for a while, and then I thought I'll add it, and I think it just gave everything that, just, you know, up the charm factor a little bit. Time to head into slightly more intense baking mode, probably going to head. Oh, no worries. Thanks for tuning in, Mumsy. Good luck with all the Thanksgiving stuff. Hope it goes well for you. I know how hectic it can be. I'm thinking myself of getting like a kitchen timer that has like 10 different timers for when you do like big cooking sessions. But then would you just forget? Would you forget, you know, what number 4 was? It would go off and you'd be like, oh, was that the beans? Or I don't know. Unless number 4 is always beans. That's so weird. Why? Pine, mature... Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh! I'm going crazy. That was half the size like a second ago, right? I don't know if anyone's watching. Okay. I'll just keep moving forward. Sometimes these things happen. Yeah, let's... I'll just try a few different things and I'll just see what I think. It was okay. Thank you, Howdy. I don't know. It's 1 point. It was 1.4 over. Sorry, 0.4. And then I came back. It's gaslighting me. I didn't press anything. I didn't change the texture. Crazy. Anyway, this is why I need to start streaming, because all these crazy things are just happening to me every day. I feel like my software is trying to tell me something. Okay. The bottom was bald and then it fixed itself. Yeah. Yeah. Godot does that sometimes, I think. I don't think I've ever done that before. I've seen that before. Whatever it was, I don't know what it was. I'm not sure. Right, pine mature A foliage front. We're going into Krita. Open it. Ugh. Open in new document. Okay. Yeah, I kind of don't know whether to just have it as an alternative. I'll just do like a dark background. Don't know whether to have it as just an alternative texture that loads in, or whether to have it as like a separate layer that goes in on top. I'm not sure, but we'll try a couple of things. I'm always in my head, I think, like, I try and use as few particle effects as possible. Because in my head I feel like they slow the game down, but in reality I don't think they ever do, really. So, but I'll err on the side of caution. I'm making big moves in my garden, big moves. Pray tell. You got two pumpkin patches. Howdy, you gotta slow down. Come on. The game was only optimized around one pumpkin patch. You can't start. Can't start whipping two out. Been planning out a little picnic fishing area. I'm quite keen. I'm trying to think of a for next year. Because I know there's been some talk about like a, you know, say like you get a resident will be like, I really want a fishing area or something, right? And then you go off and you design it. But then I don't want the game to. I don't know if did anyone play My Sims? I feel like was it having a comeback? I feel like I saw it recently. Oh, thank you for the follow. I gotta move the thing out of the way. Oh, it always comes out. Monochroma 380. Thanks so much for the follow. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, is My Sims having 18 hours ago. Cozy bundle. Was this a remaster? Or is this going to start blasting? Make adorable friends and discover creative adventures. I don't know anything about this. Howdy is a good friend? I think so. Certainly Pumpkin, my good books. That was not good. I think it'd be cool to have residents maybe request certain decor. You have a little challenge. That's a thought. Yeah, I need to think about it. My Sims My Cozy Bundle, which contains... Oh, so it's like it's a remaster and then My Sims Kingdom? 2000. Oh, I see. 2008. So it's the same game. Anyway, I don't remember this being. I remember being like really excited for this. I don't remember it being that great, but maybe it's. I don't know if it's had a because essentially, I think that the trouble is you have that disconnect where the character goes like, "I really want a fishing spot," but then, how does the character know you've not just made? I don't know, something entirely antithetical to fishing. Antithetical, what's the word? I don't know, but you know what I mean. And then they still go, wow, it's a great job, I love this fishing spot that you made for me. Like the requirements for them to stay, they can ask for a bit of vintage furniture in a certain area. Do you think that with that, in my head I want to start doing like I don't want to say too much because I'm still not sure about it, what it is in my head yet. But I want to sort of expand the errand running system into something it's my stretch reminder, into something a little bit more like there'll be all the errands, but then there'll be this new type of task. Again, this is pretty much as far as I've gotten with it in my head. But in my head, it's going to be something kind of contracty. It's going to be something kind of like, here are the terms. So I don't know whether that's like a delivery contract or a designing contract. It's just something I'm vaguely thinking about. I'm also humbly and gratefully on my knees, a sleeping bag. You know what, Howdy? Let's do it. Is there not a... Wait. Oh, sorry, I opened up My Sims again. I keep clicking on it. Wait, sleeping bag. I have the asset for that, but it might not be very good. And I have, it's in the game's data. I have a sleeping bag in the game's data, so I can. Do I dare see what it looks like? I feel like it's not in the game for a reason. I think I drew it and then thought this looks a bit pants. But we can make it happen, Howdy. Here we go. Sleeping bags. I've got a whole file. It looks like a little bit like a. It's not that bad. Did anyone play Grim Fandango? There's like a there's like a bit where you have to like trap a person in this goop, like a cocoon. I can't. What am I thinking of? I feel like it reminds me of that. Like that's right, because you're in the land of the dead, and you have to ship. You're shipping skeletons to the afterlife, and so you have to like pack them tightly, and so in order to get rid of this troubled client, you pack him up. Anyway, I don't know why it reminds me of that. I've got My Sims up again. An outhouse. You know what? Again, I don't know. I remember drawing, not necessarily an outhouse, but like a thin shed. Oh, here it is. Ooh, it's not great, but it wasn't meant to be an outhouse, but it was meant to be like a thin shed. I don't know if it's in the. Has this made it into the game yet? I know a lot of these haven't. Do we have a crate? This looks pretty much good to go. The perspective's a bit off. Is that a kayak? But behind it, this here, it's meant to be the crater's in. Okay, cool. I do forget. This is meant to be like a grow bag, like you'd have the tomatoes. You'd put tomato plants. I just thought it would be a cute sort of alternative to sort of clay pots and things. Um, I used to have a little shed like that. Yeah, it's the kind of thing like you'd have like little hooks and you'd put spades and things. It's okay actually. It's not too bad. I did most of these years and years and years ago. The crate I remember doing recently. I did that very close to release. I do want a peaches crate. I don't think that's in the game yet. Let me just check the files. Shed. Yeah, I don't think we ever got it. I love this insider info. Hey, we're all buddies here, eh? It's developer customer development. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not in the it's not Shed's not translated. Which I think means probably not the next patch. But I'll make a note. I think we can the little green bin. I think I just need to get the like we used to grow potatoes and something like this. I just need to get the rendering down a bit. I think the concept is there, and then again, this is just based literally on what we had in my garden. We had a big thing. We kind of upgraded from one of these to one of these. I wonder if even like with this, I don't think I've got any of this translated, so it just means it will take a bit longer to. Where's it gone? Oh, here we go. Would it be cute if this like had like something like that in the middle, and then maybe it wouldn't matter. And then you'd have a plant spot here. You'd have like 4, and then they wouldn't like. It would kind of look like they were growing around it, but they're not really. I do like the idea of having some. This will probably never. I mean, it might happen, but where you can, similar to planters, you can grow things on vines. And I'm getting ahead of myself. I won't say anything more. Anyway, oh yeah, sleeping bag. We'll do the sleeping bag. Howdy. I'll make a note of it, actually. I've got a little. Oh, I've closed it. I'm going to reopen it because I told the team yesterday that I would put together a list of what's going to be in the update. I'm going to add sleeping bag because that's wintry, right? Definitely. Maybe not. Oh, it's no problem. I think this is the thing. Like, I kind of don't always know what's missing. What would be a good items to go in the game. So feedback like that's really useful. Just conscious of keeping it thematic, but I don't think anyone's requested anything too strange. Maybe it's happened once or twice during a stream. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head. How long have we been going? Oh, I'll do 10 minutes and then I'll have a break, I think. Quick break. I probably never break as long as I ought to. I'm just wondering if I should have the snow sort of act like the blossom does in the game, where it has an effect. What does the blossom animate on Switch? I can't remember. I can't remember if it's static. This silly bit, when I first started playing, I didn't understand a lot. I didn't understand the star requirements and got excited when I saw there's cats in the game. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just like a shortening for Catherine, I guess. It's just her name. Is Cat an early one? I've got the files here. Stars. Cat. Oh, teas brewed. 100 teas. It's pretty hefty. But is it like, I can't remember where it is in the star map. Maybe it's near the keep opening My Sims. But yeah, did anyone play My Sims? God, I was so excited for My Sims as a kid. I can't believe it's just re-released. It's funny, given I was just thinking about it. It's been irrelevant for 15 years. And on the day I think about it, it must have. Do you ever? I feel like sometimes a certain celebrity will start popping up and doing things, and you'd be like, "Huh," and then a month later, there's a movie. Maybe they've been doing that with My Sims. It's been covertly. I don't know if they do this at all. I mean, I should know. I don't think I'll do it. You know what? I mean, you have to do it with something that exists, and the Garden Path never existed. But like a month or 2 months before release, you contact a load of streamers or something, a load of YouTubers, and just be like, "Hey, just like mention My Sims, just like, you know, just be like, oh, does anyone remember My Sims?" Just and then just put it back on everyone's mind, everyone's psyche. Because I think that the truth is we only have like enough bandwidth to think about so many things. I think that's what I've learned anyway from marketing the Garden Path or talking to the folks that know about it, that you don't want to be competing for everyone's attention all the time. Oh, I just realised I'm in the wrong thing. Hopefully that hasn't been too long. Sorry, I'm still peppering snow on a tree. It happens all the time with music as well. Someone release an album and then you forget about them 3 years later, and then I guess you go into full promo mode. It must be exhausting if you're the artist. You probably feel it coming up. Promo's coming up. Start doing interviews. Must be nice as a musician, like well, I don't know how busy. I feel like it used to be. You'd release an album, there'd be like a 3-year cycle. You'd release an album, then you tour the album, then like a year, 1 year writing the next album and a year recording it, something like that. Don't know, could be making that all up, but so maybe there isn't any downtime. But it must be nice getting off the circuit, stopping all the promotion. reminding yourself that you're still, especially for like big celebrities. I remember Lewis Capaldi talking about this. Just how he needed to just remind himself he was still a human being. And that kind of happening with Chappelle Rowan as well more recently. Just when you get thrown into stardom like that. Not something I envy. There's too much snow. Never too much snow. I mean, I could just make the whole thing white, right? Like this. That's too much snow. Maybe not, I don't know. That's got kind of a, you see those like, there's like a certain type of Christmas decoration where all the leaves are like not just the snow on them, but the pine trees are, the pine needles, I should say, are all white as well. Okay, maybe. But this light makes me look sort of Shrekish. Does anyone know anything about cameras? I feel like it's weird how, like, if I do that, you can, like, see the camera. Oh, just there. It goes, like, it turns me into Shrek. Whereas if I just tilt it down, it goes doop. And then it decides to, there we go, just there. And it gives me a warm, glowing glow. But I don't know anything about cameras. Like, I remember there used to be a stream where I realised if I wore a blue shirt, it would, like, colour correct, and then I would turn green or something. Maybe a blue shirt was a good thing? I can't remember. Weird. I think that's a white balance thing, or... I haven't even got my light on. I'll take a break in a minute and turn my light on, and then I'll probably talk about colour correction again for a little bit. But give everyone a chance to grab a cup of tea. I think it's okay. It's okay. All right. I'll leave the music on. I'll turn it up a little bit, and I'll try not to be too long. Just going to step off for a wee moment. See you in a bit. Who's still here? Who's a real one? Get ready for the studio mode fade. Ooh, oh, oh. Okay. Enjoying the music? Oh, thank you. The music. I have to do one meeting in 17 minutes. After that, I'm done with work. That's fun. Being done with work, anyway. I mean, the meeting might be fun. I don't know. There can be fun meetings. I don't know. Maybe not. My meetings are usually not too bad. Writing unit tests. Sounds beyond my pay grade. Which is very abstract at the moment. Even I don't know my pay grade. Okay, I don't want to spend too much longer. Maybe I should just... I'm noodling around with this tree a little bit too much. I did the unthinkable and I put the milk in first, just to speed things up with my break. Did I turn I forgot to turn the light on as well. Oh well, we're going for cozy... cozy cave vibes. C# is a compiled language. Unit tests check that the functionality is doing what I want without having to compile the code. Ah, okay. I do think it's funny that I do like a lot of programming, but it's clearly like a completely different level of programming to, you know, a lot of folk. I think it counts, but like the other day I was writing some actual Python and I was like, oh, it's a bit more. I don't know. Python's not even as. Python's quite friendly. Nice friendly Python. 20+ years as a Microsoft developer. Would have no clue how to create a game like yours. I mean, it's all, you know. We've all got our little ways of working. Different skill sets, exactly. Never. my number one fear in life. This is not in life. My number one fear outside is being in a park. And I'm walking along the path in the park. You can imagine it, right? And there's like a group of lads, 8-year-old lads kicking a football around, as they do. And then they kick the ball a little too hard, and it lands right in front of me. And they go, "Oh, kick the ball over!" Dear, that would ruin me. It would absolutely ruin me. I do like the limpest kick, and it would go nowhere, and they wouldn't even laugh at me. I think they just have this deep sense of disappointment. No confirmed outhouse. Oh, sorry, I skipped over that. Are we getting an outhouse? I don't know, do you guys want me to... Oh, I can do both. I mean, we could have the little shed and the outhouse. I don't know if the sheds... If I do, like, a thin shed, I don't know what I'd Google. Slim shed? I'm not sure what you call it. Would they have the little sort of Shrek star? Probably not. So maybe we do one... kind God, this takes me back to when I was shopping for sheds. Slim Sheddy. And then outhouse. How big is an outhouse? I feel like it needs... Yeah, it's got a bit of depth to it. I was about to talk about my experiences with outhouses, but actually I thought maybe some things are best left unsaid. Nothing negative, just some body. Yes, the outhouse needs body. See my idea in stream chat. Did I miss something? Good luck with your meeting, Patricia. Hope it goes well. What's the thing you say? You go, I think it's going to be about finding a balance. That's all you need to say. I think it's just about finding the right balance. Oh, that does look cute. I wonder, yeah, if we could do like a... I'll just post it in the stream quick. Post as reference. I'm not too sure about the antlers. But I do like... I like the flaking... I guess it's not paint. I guess it's like... Oh, I made this tea way too milky now. But I guess it's like varnish or something that's peeling off. Oh, you like the antler? I feel like it's a bit... Has anyone seen True Detective? I feel like whenever I see antlers, I just think of time as a flat circle. Oh, like a coat hanger. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems a little... Don't need them. Yes, we'll have the moon. Don't worry about that. That's non-negotiable. Okay, good luck with your meeting, Patricia. Has to have the moon, I agree. See if I can find... I feel like Acre 33 has a lot of pine trees. It does. Go. I know my own game too well. Trying to think how best to do this. If I rename the asset, I feel like... it might re-import a load of stuff and be an absolute nightmare. Thank you for your collaboration and service. Need a name for us vigilant garden path folk, keeping the game alive. I'm really worried if I rename the path. I can't remember if the... Hang on, let me just find the pine mature. I was saying on last stream how I used to be able to drop and drag a folder accidentally and it would start re-importing like every single file in the game. It wouldn't be that bad, but trying to remember if it's part of an atlas. It is, okay. Yeah, I don't want to be too hasty with that. Oh, okay, easy. First thing we do is First thing we just want to test. Let's export it first. Trying to remember where it's saved. Pine mature foliage front. Snow. Okay, assuming that exported. So, easy thing to do. Can I duplicate? Ooh, I can. Okay, cool. And then drag the snow in, boom. Okay. I've got a feeling this is going to look a bit weird, but we're going to see. Let me just... Oh, I already disabled it. Okay. Let's drag in Acre 33. Spot with something like that. And then I want to make it winter. If I can remember how to do that. Past days, 24 should do the trick. Let's see. I think it might be... Is it there at all? I don't think so. Oh, there it is. That actually kind of works. It looks kind of bad because I've just quickly done it quick, but I wonder if I should match the color of the snow on the ground. Kind of works. I just test it in simple mode. That'll work. Okay. I feel like I'm not quite getting the wonderment of Winter Wonderland, but I think as Motorine said, more snow. Never too much snow. I think I was too hesitant with it. Is that the new resident? Yeah, I believe so, actually. I forgot they're still there. I think that was just from when I was grabbing the screenshot for social media clout. Where are they? Oh, just there. Oh, someone's knocking my door. One sec. Nothing to be alarmed about. I just locked Rachel out the house. Accidentally. I love big old head folk, Boyd and Grant, currently residing with me. Yeah, I like Boyd and Grant. They're good buddies. I like this in the game where just stuff happens, like Whaley and Terracotta just visit in my debug tests, because I don't know why that makes me just happy. Yeah, and I think... Oh, in this... Right, let's turn simple mode off. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we can go bigger heads. I'm thinking the sky's the limit. Oh, you got Grant too? Grant was the very first character I designed for the Garden Path. I think. No, it might have been Augustus. Certainly the first resident. But then I didn't really like how they looked. I think Hubert was the first in the game. But Grant was the first I designed. Oh, and this was me fixing that bug, Howdy, that you mentioned. I don't know if they say my name, but that should all be fixed. Hopefully I get the patch out tomorrow. But you're on Switch, so Grant is a forever resident. Nice shout. But yeah, I don't know. I've added this now. So these on Switch. On Switch, it requires too much loading, processing to have the characters like load in like this. So I think it's just their icons. But if you're on PC, these should be bigger now, and I've added like so for Grant here, it's like, who's that Pokemon? Grant here is, I don't know why I'm pointing with my hand. Won't overlap with the icons themselves. Grant, Hubert, and Molly will not be fished away. Going fishing. Oh, that's interesting. I think doesn't matter. Okay. I think snow on the trees kind of works. I think I just need to get that texture right. But I don't think you guys want to just watch me pepper some trees. I do have more jumpers to work on if that appeals. Do you see the shout about pretty furnishings? I did. I'm wondering if maybe it would be cool to have flowering plant pots count as pretty furnishings. I feel like that would make sense. I'm not sure though, that was just an idea I had. Bo is in your top 3. I do like Bo. I can't remember where I got the idea for Bo to have a little bow tie. I still don't know what's pinging it. No, I'll take a look into that. Hopefully I can have it. Well, again, yeah, it's a shame these patches are taking a while to come out. I'm hoping this one's just a fluke. Let's see if I can find... I'm trying to remember the reference I had for this. Some things are just out of your hands. Oh, for the Switch thing, yeah. It's a shame when I know there's fixes people are waiting on. That's the main thing. Something said to do with the Play Store and App Store. Something changed recently with the Play Store, didn't it? I can't remember what it was. I remember hearing complaints about that recently. I mean, I get it. You don't want to just have a load of broken viruses on your storefront. But then, how does Steam work? Because I mean, I could push a virus. Well, probably not. I wouldn't know how to write a virus, but I just push a button and it goes to everyone instantly. They did, Steam. They do have to check your game. They do one round of checks where they basically just check you're not lying about the features you say it supports. So you're not lying that it has French translation or controller support, or I can't remember what else. We got picked up on a couple things just because they couldn't figure out how to do multiplayer as well. Difference in payment processing. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Just vaguely recall a bunch of open source stuff having a bit of trouble, but I just realised these were fish here. It's particularly funny with the cat. I don't have so much visibility of open source stuff. I write for an employer, so it's all proprietary. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, Steam doesn't seem to have too much trouble with like scams and stuff. So I don't know if that's just because it's purely through, like maybe there is a lot of that stuff going around, but like it reviews so poorly that like there's a social system to it. Are using all? Oh, I don't know what that word is. Oh, okay, for Iceland. I can't remember now what I. Oh, I've got too many browsers open. Because yeah, I mean this is the kind of thing I was going for actually. But what was the this is what I used a lot of this as reference for Lato's clothing. Similar but different, I guess. I guess I just want a convincing enough pattern. But yeah, this one in particular will be where the pattern is just along the upper chest. Yeah, along the yoke. I do like these leaves here, but I don't want to plagiarize too much. I just remembered what's up with the Poetic Snowman. I was going to check. Is he in the game? Does he appear? I can't remember if I enabled him or not. I guess he's pretty hard to find. Okay, cool. I'm glad. He's one of my favourite. Excuse me, one of my favourite parts of the game. I guess yeah, you could miss him quite easily. Because I was thinking if he's not in, then this patch would be the ideal opportunity. But I mean, he just spawns somewhere completely random on the map, which and obviously the map's quite large, so I don't know. I guess I could get it spawn within like a certain radius around the player, make him. But I like that it's he catches you off guard a bit. It's quite a treat when you stumble upon him. I've got a couple other characters a bit similar to that were going to be in the game, and I might one day. Sort of completely inconsequential characters. So he's just a silly little guy. Yeah, he's just a silly little guy. Wink. No, I don't know. Maybe it's his world and we're all living in it. Did a lot of pattern work for Kingdom Car, which is the game I did before The Garden Path, which is currently free for the first time in many years. So if you fancy a completely antithetical game to The Garden Path, I keep saying antithetical, is that the word? Then you could give that a look if you want. Is it antithetical? Can you repeat the name? Kingdom. It's called Kingdom Car, so just KA. It's only on itch. It's just a. I did it as a university project, and then graduated, and then thought, maybe I'll make this into something people play. And I added like a few. I polished it up and added a few scenes. So it's not quite my university project, but it's pretty close. But it's kind of like a linear. It's like an abstract linear adventure game that's quite heavy at times, so it might not be for everyone. I'm always cautious to direct people to my other games because they're not there's not too much overlap with The Garden Path. I think there certainly is. I think you can see my fingerprints in both of them. But that game took me that game probably took me, how long did it take me? Probably, I'd say, 4 months. 4 months as a uni project, and then 2 more months maybe for the extra scenes, so 6 months total. Whereas The Garden Path took me 6 years, so they're quite different in scope. No, I don't think you missed anything, Patricia. But I was just saying how my the game I made before Carrot Cake is currently free. It's pay what you will, pay what you want. But I know it got a it was part of the there was a Black Lives Matter bundle for racial justice in 2020, I think, and I included it in that, and it got a lot of, I mean, there was something like 900 games in that, but I think most of the coverage is that it was part of that bundle, which I think it was kind of the first time there was a games bundle like that. So I think they've done a few more since, but that was kind of ended up being the big one. So, but it was technically free then. I was just saying, because drawing this always reminds me of Kingdom Car, because I studied a lot of different pattern works and stuff like that, and so a lot of the characters are made of are kind of constructed through pattern, which was quite fun. And then I made that guy out of clay in the thumbnail. That was quite fun too. Fished away, yeah. Grant's got to watch out, because I don't think he's got the biggest head in the game anymore. He's got to be careful. He's got to watch his step. But I'm hoping there'll be hoping to prepare and get ready 3 new characters for the next patch whenever it's ready. But the other 2 won't have particularly big heads, I don't think. He always beats me at Conkers and needs to be humbled. Maybe that's it. I don't know what Harriet's Conker game is going to be like. Yeah, I had no idea Conquer games were so easy. Oh no! We did this last time, didn't we? I always forget how to do this. I have to go VOD mute. No, mod view. Oh wait, what did I do? I did shield mode. Oh no, what have I done? Shield is up. I didn't mean to do that. Did it change for you guys? Did I break anything? Oh, did chat clear? Oh, I think I cleared chat for everyone. Shield mode is on. I don't know what I did. hoping you guys. If you can't chat anymore because of shield mode, sorry, someone spammed. Someone just posted some spam, and then I accidentally enabled some kind of mode that I don't know how to now turn off. Oh no, only visible to moderators. Did it clear the chat for everyone? I'm turning off shield mode. Whew. Okay, but I think chat cleared. Alright, stay vigilant, guys. I love you talking. I wouldn't want anything else. Cheered and set slow-mo. Oh, okay. I don't think slow mode is on anymore. I think I disabled that. I was just... I'm sorry. I was trying to do something else. I'm just clicking buttons. I saw a shield and I thought... I thought it would solve my problems. So what's the mod thing? There's a shield and a sword. I think only I can see this. I was meant to click the sword, not the shield. Ah, classic rookie error. Thinking the shield was mod mode. Yeah. I know the shield was mod mode. The shield wasn't mod view. Oh, I don't know if I like these. Do another line, maybe. We're going to be on your TV. That's a lot of pressure. Get my TV voice on. You'll never believe... I don't know. The size of... this trout. This just in. For the normal voice? Okay. TV voice could be my normal voice, you see. I could be doing a complete ruse. When in reality, I'm constantly prepared for 24/7 live coverage of breaking stories, particularly about unusually large marine life. Which they're always reporting about on the news. if you hadn't noticed. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I need to rough it up a little bit. It just needs to work at a distance, which I think it does. Has anyone picked anything up in the autumn sales that they're excited about? Big savings. Not a request, but a suggestion, because I love Cowboy's fringe vest or jacket to complete the cowboy fit. Fringe vest. Okay. Yeah, because we've got the hat and the boots. Ooh, getting a little bit saucy there. So yeah, we could definitely do, yeah, with like with I guess it's if I do cowboy. Here we go. This is what you meant, Howdy. Maybe not this, but maybe this. Too many fake cowboys these days. Too many poses. You bought some yarn. Oh, I meant like, because there's just with the Steam sales. I feel like there's a lot of video game sales, but I guess we're coming up to Black Friday, aren't we? It's a nice fiber blend, and the dryer is discontinuing, so it's a good discount. Oh, the dyer. Sorry, I don't know why I read dryer. I was like, why would the dryer be? Yeah, Rachel's often buying. I know, what is yarn? What defines yarn? It can be any material. A big fabric order. Well, go big or go home. That's what I say. Spun thread from carved fibres which may or may not be plied. Ah, of course. I was getting it mixed up with a spun thread from carved fibres which aren't. No, which are. I'll spaff the joke. I was thinking of a unspun thread created from carved fibres that may or may not be plied. A plaid shirt for the country dancer look. Plaid. I just want to double check. Yeah, this is in the game files and it's drawn. I think I've even got a tuck and an untuck. I can't remember how good it is though. It's okay. I haven't got the. I guess that's the tuck. trying to remember how I did the... I don't know what I'm doing with the shading there. This with the cowboy boots. Maybe I could get it in time. The little belt. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure it's been translated because I've got. Let me have a look. Shirt. Yeah, I think it's a translation hold-up. I've got a flannel shirt. Which I think was going to be the untucked one. I got this weird feeling like the tucked data is just hidden. Oh, here it is. Ah, there you go. Untucked. Tucked. Trying to be more organised with my layers. I'll mark that as orange. So it's on the way. Fret not. I think I draw a lot of these in stream. I think I'd maybe have drew that in stream. I remember doing the waistcoat. I don't think the waistcoat's in the game yet. We could do that. Where's the waistcoat? That's quite Western. A waistcoat, isn't it? Sweater bulky we did. Is it here? Oh yeah, I need to... It's not... It's a little bit... I've only got the front view for that as well. I remember doing this on stream a while back. It's not quite there. It's not as there as the others. It needs roughing up a little bit. The ideas are endless. They need a better pipeline, really. Got to get them in game. I've got too many half-finished things. But let's not get too distracted from the yoke sweater, where I'm tunnel visioned. Nothing on my Steam wishlist. On my Steam is wishlisted in the sale. I cleared my wish list because people kept sort of buying me games. I say that like it's a bad thing, but for like Christmases and things. I feel like if I want a game, I'll buy it, and it was kind of being used as a... I don't know why. So I cleared my wish list a long time ago. I was being too liberal with it, I think. Vampire Therapist. I was going to say, is it a visual novel? Vampire Therapist is a narrative adventure therapy simulator in the vein of What We Do in the Shadows, Young Frankenstein, My Dinner with Andre, Horrible Histories, where you play as a reformed bloodsucker helping other vampires find inner peace. I do like Young Frankenstein. Chants of Sinar. Ooh. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Have I? It's very, the art style is, I don't think I have seen this actually. What's the guy called? I used to have all of my, oh, I used to have all of my desktop backgrounds be this guy. Maybe not quite. It's a slightly more minimalist version. I used to have this as my phone wallpaper. That's a puzzle game. What, Outlanders? I know so little about. Oh yeah, yeah. I know so little about so many games at the moment because I'm just so in my own head. I'm picky too. I do have a lot in my Steam library that I haven't played. Oh, that's fun, a new gaming PC. Have you ever seen the Magic Flute animation? This? There's so much going on. Do I have this on double speed? No. Similar art style to what you showed. It does. It does. Ish. I know what you mean though. I'll need to. Is it all just music? I don't want to unmute it just in case. But DLC for Meadow. Oh, Shelter. God, I remember playing Shelter ages ago. Oh, 2016. Oh, they went on to do Book of Travels, of course. I don't know whether to add colour to this or not. Yeah, I remember there was I can't remember. I remember Book of Travels being talked about a lot when the Garden Path was doing its Kickstarter. I don't know if they were doing Kickstarters at the same time, or maybe it had just released or something. I feel like there was an overlap of interest. But I didn't play it myself. But I feel like it's the kind of thing I would enjoy. Studio is in bad shape? Oh dear. Financially? Horror game called Wait, I'm in, not a human. It's a wild sentence. If I'm reading it right. Okay. No, I have big thumbs. Wait, I'm not a human. So you realize you're a cucumber and you're like, oh God. You wake up one morning and you're a large beetle. Meadow is done. Book of Travels is still early access. Oh, okay. Oh, so they're having trouble developing the game? Oh yeah, Tiny Glade. Getting some pretty good hauls. Oh, not playable on Mac. The pain of being a Mac gamer. Hoping that'll be less of a thing. I think engines are, the stuff developers are working in tend to be pretty cross-platform. They're working on it? Oh, that's good. There was a number of... I was going through a bunch of data for the Gun Path, and there was like 10 people bought the game for Mac, and then they like all refunded it because it doesn't work. But I don't know, well, at least on Steam. I just didn't... I don't know how they managed to do that. I don't know if it's possible. I've not tried it myself. Unless they just... Do you just buy it acknowledging like Steam Play is an option? I just couldn't wrap my head around that. It works for you? Is that the itch version though? Sometimes you need to work around with Rosetta. I remember being into Linux gaming when I was a kid and just like absolutely nothing working. And just the thrill of when you get all the parameters just right and it boots up and barely works, but I can run it through wine. Yeah, doing a lot of wine gaming back in the day. I don't know how well does like Steam's Proton layer work with Mac? Is that not really maybe it's not a thing at all? Sure, no worries. Winding down on the stream though. Coming up to 5 PM here in the UK. I've got to write a letter to my bank. I've got to... Apparently it's the only way I can do this thing, is write them a letter. I've never done this before. I don't know what... I don't even know... Like, what do you put things on a letter? I can't think of the last time I wrote a letter. Should run right after install, no tweaks needed. Strange. Oh well. I might just leave it one layer of shading. I can darken it a bit though. That's dramatic. Something like that, yeah. I do know Mac always asks for... Yeah, I mean, trouble is, if you look at the data, Mac people are always such a tiny proportion of downloads or purchases, unfortunately. Which I know is why developers tend to be reluctant. It's not the case for me. I would totally, because Godot supports it just out of the box as it plays on itch, but there's all kinds of funny licensing stuff that I need to in order to put the version on Steam. And I think I need a Mac. Well, I should probably get a Mac, and I guess I could get like some crunchy old Mac or something. Just, you know, run it on that. Your address on the top right, date below that. I learned all this when I was like 8, but then I never actually had to do it. I remember writing a letter to Ringo Starr and he never wrote back when I was 8, 7 maybe? No, 8. Yours faithfully if you don't know the name. Oh, I wrote yours sincerely in my... I mean, I think I'm going to print out the letter. I'll read them, yeah, I know. It was back in the days, I remember, like, when we had to try and find his address. I think his agent gave us the... Because it was a whole thing, yeah, peace and love. The exercise was... We were learning how to write a letter, and then we had to write a letter to a celebrity. And through my dad, I was like a big fan of the Beatles when I was 8. And he was my favourite character in the animated Yellow Submarine film. For whatever reason, I thought I liked Ringo as a kid. I think because he gets like lost in the... I haven't seen this film in so long. What's the big like hall of... Sea of... Oh, is it Sea of Monsters? Do they go to like multiple seas? Oh, sorry, I'll just close it. Oh, this is Ringo here. What happens? Ringo gets like lost. I can't remember. Anyway, so I wrote a letter to Ringo, he didn't write back. I think most people got letters back. Although we did a similar thing as a part of a civics thing where we had to write a letter to a politician, and I did get a signed letter back from Ed Balls, so that makes everything right in the world. Oh, Paddy, you just came in at the wrong time, just about to finish up, but you did come just in time for Ed Balls chat, so who was Why did I write to Ed Balls? He must have been in the opposition at the time. Maybe he wasn't. No, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was education secretary. Because I think I wrote in my letter saying we need more education about media. Because I think some teacher put that in my head. Thank God. Secretary for, yeah, so I guess I probably sent him a letter somewhere between these two dates. Yeah, I was going to say, he looks young there. But I lost the letter, I could never find it. I remember being absolutely devastated. I've certainly never written a letter in the capacity of a limited company, which I'll be doing anyway. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just millennial things. I'm trying to think of any other time I've written a formal letter. I do remember Clippy appearing with the prompt, it looks like you're trying to write a letter. See, that's what we're missing. That's what the kids are missing. I feel like I've over-engineered this now. Oh no, maybe not. No, we'll go back. I do feel bad for like some kids though, because I think it's funny how like I remember when I was a kid, computer literacy was like I always knew more about computers. Pretty much everyone in the class knew more about a computer than the teacher, and they'd be teaching us how to like rename folders and things. But it's like becoming necessary again because so much of the way we operate is through phones, and we forget how to like have a workflow and stuff. But I feel like we're kind of moving away from all that. I feel like so much of what I use now is trying to fight the like, you know, folders and even just like cascading menus. Oh, you can't see them, but everything's kind of relying on search being quick, and we get new graduates into the workplace who don't know about folders and file directories. Yeah, it's just so crazy. Like to me, like just folders and files is like the absolute building blocks of computing. But then you go on your phone and you kind of you go to recent files or something. Like you're not even really going through folders unless you want to. You kind of have a gallery, don't you? Like it's just a place where photos go. You don't think of it as like files that exist somewhere and have been named. But even like it was driving me crazy. I was doing I go on Google Fonts a fair bit for when I'm doing like freelance stuff. And just the design of this is just so like you don't mark things as sans serif anymore. You go for cute or playful or wacky or blobby. This is kind of more what I studied. Humanist fonts. Even the humanist fonts aren't. Oh no, sorry, no, I'm mistaken. These are humanist fonts. But I remember Google Fonts being very like. Again, it had its cascading menus, and it was, but you know, whatever. It's still usable. Or just like, yeah, Google Drive. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Like, it's really hard to actually know where any of your files are unless you're trying. That's not true, but it's. I think it's designed. The way they're designing it is moving away from files. Anyway, I'm becoming. This is old man yells at cloud stuff now. We got some good jumpers, eh? Little jumper stream there. This should make it into the game. Got our ugly 80s jumper. Was it just those? We also got the Argyle. I did it just before this morning. Did an Argyle jumper, and then this kind of like Elmer the elephant type jumper, if anyone remembers Elmer. And we did some snow on some trees, so it's been pretty good. Oh, spoilers. I think we'll get that in as well. The gilet. Where's the one I was just doing? Here. No, thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It's been a chunky one. Hopefully, should be stream next week. Enough spoilers. Should be a stream next week with Kat, I think. In our first stream in December. How about that? Thanks to you guys. I appreciate the chat. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you might be. Stay hydrated, stay fresh, stay clean. And I should see you on Tuesday. All right. Cheers, guys. Take care.